Hey guys, welcome back. I thought it would be kind of cool to do a 1 week into the year check-in and then a setup of the upcoming week, which is actually today, since today is Monday. Since I had so many different planners, journals, what have you, to kick off the new year with, like I said, I thought it'd be kind of cool to go through and at least look at the first week to see the progress or how it's going. And then I think I might change these to maybe a monthly view. You guys tell me what you'd be interested in. I know that several people do previous week kind of videos, but yeah, anyway, let's do the easiest one first, which is going to be my media journal. Oh my God, this is so heavy. That's why that stays on my desk and then falls down. All right, that's okay. All right, so I have a new sticker because I ordered from K-Place. It's really cute. And this one is going, this one also, new sticker. That's from Dandelion Diaries. I didn't want to stick it down though, so it's just shoved in the sleeve. This one, like I said, is going okay. I am not so great at reviewing things. I don't know if I'm going to get better at it, but I kind of got a little bit stuck when I started. I'll show you what I mean. So far for January and the first week, I finished Dynamite Kiss. So I did 4 stars, and then I thought it'd be kind of cute to kind of color in the stars with that color coding that I had talked about in my 2026 kind of kickoff video. So purple means foreign, but I don't think I love it. So I might change that. And then, all right, first week. So first week was this one, and I already messed up. So let's zoom in just a smidge here so you can see a little bit better. So I wrote what I was watching, the source, the episode, the little TV icon, the purple means foreign. And then the Dynamite Kiss, I went all the way down here, but I actually watched 2 episodes of a different show on Sunday. But since I know that I'm not going to be able to watch anything tonight, I just kind of put them over here. So that's what I did. And then I tried to get better this time about writing a little bit of what happened in the episodes and kind of blocking them up. So this was 3 and 4, 7 and 8. And then this was, I mean, there's too many episodes here to kind of really put in here. But I also thought that I would start trying to put quotes that made me laugh or quotes that I liked from the shows. And I'll do that, and then I'll also put them on the review page in the end or in the back of the book. So that's okay, except for this whoopsie right here. And then again, I colored it. I don't know about that. Yeah. And then I put this on Instagram, I think, but I was laughing at myself because I don't know why it never occurred to me to make a pencil board out of blotting paper and then make the tab on it. Like, brilliant. I could just do this, close it up, and it's good. And then I come right back to it. It's amazing. And then the first, well, yeah, I mean, I guess here you go. So this is how, pencil eraser gook. This is what the review page is starting to look like. So I printed this out on my Canon Ivy, and then I did a little stripe since it's skinnier than the block I originally had, which reminds me I need to take that pencil line. I need to erase that. Okay. I do like the purple here and here, though, so that's different. Then I put the genre, the country, the source that I watched it on, the year it was made, and then when I start and finished, and then the main female and male actors. And then this little overview, I kind of went to my drama list and IMDb and Google and just kind of smushed it together to be small enough. And then I think what I'm going to do, since I'm not a reviewer, right? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little list that's like likes and dislikes and quotes. And I'm okay if it flows into another page. And then since this is on 19, one thing I thought would be kind of cool is to put on the month right here, maybe put the page number and where I reviewed it. That's that. I'm liking it so far. I will tell you though, because I had a purposeful binge watch weekend, I did take a lot of the notes on my phone, and then I sat down with my phone Sunday night and kind of put in what I wanted to. So let's grab the mood book. I guess that's what we'll call it. I really do feel like I need a better name for this than mood book, but I don't know. Hey, in the comments, come up with some suggestions. So this one actually is turning out okay. I ordered some more vellum from Dandelion Diaries and some more of these little cat prints. You saw the this little one in the other book, but it came with like a tiny slice of vellum. So I thought it'd be kind of cool just to cover these up and put these on here because they're like mood paws, right? You have like the rawr, and then you have like peace. Everything's fine. So, anywho, I haven't done this one yet, but let's look at the day first. I think that's gonna make more sense. Okay, let me peel this guy off of here. There's nothing on the new week yet. I will say that what I've been doing, and that's been helping, is since I have this all kind of like together, I just take it with me, and then I do check-ins kind of with myself. Again, going through there, I kind of like check in right around lunchtime. I check in right around when I'm getting off of work, and then, you know, after dinner kind of thing, how I'm feeling, and then I just realized I'm way up there. I'm sorry. And then before bed. So it kind of helps me keep true to the colors and the mood of how I'm feeling here, versus trying to remember the entire day. So that's kind of cool. Plus it gives me little mental breaks, which doesn't sound like it makes sense, but if I force myself to look away from my work computer and stuff like that for a little bit, it helps me out. So I'm just going to take this over here so we know what the colors are. So the first thing that happened is I didn't have a color for generalized pain, and I wrecked my left hip Saturday in Pilates. I just, oh my God, I think I just inflamed my gluteal tendinopathy issue that I have because I just basically couldn't walk, and I could hardly walk at all on Monday. So I put in a new little color, and all Monday was just all pain all day. And I still don't know what to do here because when the week is happening, it's not a big deal because it's filled in. But when the week is done, it feels blank. And I was thinking about maybe putting the best thing that happened that week here, or maybe rating the week, but I'm kind of rating the week in my other, I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure something out with this. I just don't know yet. But this is how it doesn't really fit on the screen. Let me see if I zoom out on it. Kind of. So this was kind of cool. I did write in it with a fountain pen, and it kind of not ghosted a little bit. It didn't really bleed through, but I just really wanted to write with this fountain pen because it's one of my new ones. It's a little niblet with the mini stub nib, which I had no clue how amazing those were, but it's like every pen I want a mini stub nib. But these niblets are actually pretty cool because then you can just do like this and you screw on the back, and then it's like a perfect size. So I was having a lot of fun writing with that. The ink in here, if you want to take a look at it, I don't know. My lighting situation is doing funny things lately. It seems to want to turn everything blue, and I don't know why. But this is the Golden Air Glow from Colorverse. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. You know what? Where's my light thing? Yeah, let's try maybe making it a little bit brighter. Can you maybe, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. All right, that's fine. So I did good things, bad things. There was not anything super bad except for this pain day. So that was my -1 day. The math, you take the good minus the bad, and you're either plus or minus on your answer or on your value here. And then on Friday, my good was the same as my bad, so it was just slightly better. But it hasn't been too bad. I really thought I was gonna. I know it's only been a week. I know. Rose-colored glasses, but I was really thinking that I was gonna end up slacking off on this really bad. But it hasn't been too bad actually. And I just realized that I am missing my dots above my days. So let's go put those in real quick. Here. This is mainly a green day. Green day. Hey, green day. And then, boom. Okay, nice. That one's really tiny. And then again with the blotting paper in the thing. So, very nice. And then you flip it here. And the first mistake I made was I started filling this out on the 29th and then realized, oh yeah, that's right. It actually starts on the 1st. So I don't know why this is so fun connecting these dots, but it is. And then since I got into this 2 to 3 range, I wrote what it was. That was really good that day. And then over here, I was doing my plus and minuses and my colors. Goodness. And then I kind of tried to figure out a way to summarize the week in a numerical value. And this one ended up being a +1. I was like 0.68 or something, but it's close enough to +1. And I don't know if I like that either, because I carried that over in my my rings binder. So that might change. I did make these darker. These were originally gray, and then my old eyes, I was like, what color is this? I can't figure out where I'm putting the dot. So that was good. And then the ones that were pretty nice, I put little things over here. So it was, my buddy Kevin brought me Motrin and left it on my porch when I couldn't move. So that was a super nice thing. Yeah, and that's it so far. I'll go back and color dot these days. But you know what? We're here now. Pain, and green. So, and then we don't have the pain days on here. We only have greens. So up to the 4th. Easy. Look at us. Look at us. Who'd have thought? I think it will get a little annoying to me if these start getting like down the page. Oh, and I thought about these back pages. And I think what I'll do, instead of ways to change your mood, or on one of these pages, these have red. So this is kind of like a negative connotation, sort of. And these have the boxes. So I think maybe what I'll do is the ones that are in that +2 range, that's not the right page. What are you doing? There we go. The ones that are in the +2 range and above, maybe I'll list them here, because there's a couple pages. And then the ones that are in the -2 range and down, I'll list them here. Although, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I want to look back at a whole year of bad things on a page. Unless somehow maybe I think about it like, oh, you really thought that was bad, but it was only bad in the moment. It's actually not that big of a deal. I don't know. We'll see. I still can't commit to these. But anyway, that is this week in my mood book. I should have put cows on it, so that way I could call it a mood book. I do need to set it up for this week that I just started. I did start the coloring like you saw here, but it's missing the little speech bubbles and the little square, which I'm probably going to change into a little daisy thing so that I don't have to keep moving stuff around. And I can just use this one particular ruler. But as far as setups go, I felt like that was pretty boring. So I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch me use a stencil and be like, oh, yep, here we go. This is stencil, flower, stencil. So we'll skip that one. Okay, let's go to now the next book is, oh, I need to put this back. The next book isn't the last book that I have, because I do have my photo a day one, and I also forgot about telling you guys about my 5-year, but I mean, my 5 year is just my 5 year. Why can I not handle this paper clip? What the heck? Okay, there you go, kitty cat. What was I saying? Today at work was weird. Like, everybody came back with way too much energy and go get 'em attitude, and I'm just like, can I go back to bed? 5-year journal, didn't really show it. Have been doing my photo a day, but I'm not going to print it yet because it's on vellum, and the vellum is only so big. So I actually made a template in Canva, which, can you guys see this big enough? So I made this template, and I can put a link of this template down in the description if you want. And it matches this with just a little bit of bleed so that I can not have white borders. And then I've just been popping in the photo every day. And so once a page gets full, I'll print it. So I have been keeping up with that too. Huzzah! So this thing has exploded in pens. I just had all these pens and no place to put them. And since I'm not putting anything in this pocket. I thought maybe that would be cool, but it makes it a little awkward. Doesn't matter. All right, let's check out this guy. And I gotta tell you, I have had so much fun doing my journal entries this week, last week, because it's just a whole different experience. And you can take the page, you know what, let's just get through it. So let's start with, if I go into the monthly, right here is my big, oh, I got some You're the Horse stickers. And then I have new ruler insert things coming from May Paper Co. That should be a little bit different. So this one, I don't know. We'll see how that changes. Okay, so I had an event and I put something on there. And then BTS announced their tour schedule announcement date and their pre-sale of their album date. So those things went there. And then since I hung out with a friend, I filled that out. And then my low buy has started off with buying things from 3 shops. Well, at least it's only 3, although we're only 5 days into the month. In my defense, Thousand Skies came out with a Year of the Horse pin, and I already know that I'm going to be a little bit crazy with Year of the Horse things since that is my year. And then Tao Things, she opened up her shop official, so how could I not buy a little bit? I didn't buy much, I just bought a little bit. And then Simple Paper was the only place I could find those, let's do it. I have a major love-hate relationship with these things because they stamp so nice, but they also take like 2 years to dry, slight exaggeration, but I can use them so nicely on this paper because it's not Tomoe River paper. So the Simple Paper place is the only place that I found these tiny little ones in all kinds of colors, relatively easy to buy. So I have a whole bunch of these colors coming. Yep, that is that. And then I've been good so far, filling out the sunrise and the sunset, as well as the weather, and then the temperature, and then whether it was in my happy range or not. Filling this out, though, I did realize that I sort of forgot to put the scale on the other months, so I'll have to kind of put it over here, I guess. I should have been smart and did it on a page that moves, kind of like in the mood book. And then here, my YouTube page, I posted the, on the 29th, my 1-year anniversary plus my 2026 planner stack. And then I did a little post on my progress of the D-stash stuff. And on the end of the week, I thought, because I have an almost unhealthy thing with checking the subscriber count, because over the last 2 months, it has gone well, here, let me do like this, really bad. So I'm going to commit to only looking at it at the end of the week. So on Sundays, I will put the subscriber count. Yeah, and that's that. So that's worked out well so far. And then I put a little Chandora there. So this is how the week turned out for me. I thought this color was going to be much more pink than it was. And it is not. Although, I will say, this is blush from the Colorverse Ink Vent. I will say, using this Kaweco 1.1 stub nib has led to like really, especially if you push down just enough, it led to some really cool shading that happened. So I'm really liking that. I forgot to write what time I went to bed. Right here, but I will do that. Yeah, so cancel Pilates since I wrecked myself. I moved the finished laundry, but I did it. And I didn't like my hot pink and orange because I was trying to keep the colors of the week. I don't think I'm going to try to make my months match my weeks because I don't have the kind of decoration that lends itself to having little pieces that match a lot. I just happen to have this little one. So this one matches, but the others probably won't. Or at least not many of them will. And I didn't like this. So I definitely need some kind of color differentiation, but I think I'm going to go back to my original thought and make the writing different colors and not the dot maybe, I don't know. So at the end of this video, after I mumble through all this crap, I will be setting up week 2, which is, I'm actually filming on this day here. So we'll do music and the whatnots, because I won't be talking through this. Plus I need to concentrate on putting my stamps the right way. So, if you don't want to watch me set up the week, that's fine. You can drop after this stuff. All right. Habits fell off really bad because, again, to the pain, I killed myself. And then I forgot to put my schedule for the retinol and scrub and mask stuff. So I couldn't even do that. And then I decided that I would put marks on the days that I did spend money. Although it feels like, no, this is fine. Okay, so there's that. And then here's how I originally set this up to be rated by stars, but then I did the mood book and it ended up being +1, and it was just these are little push stamps with cats that I've been wanting to use for a long time, but they bled through to more of a paper, but seem to be okay here. And that's the black ones, just like the fine. But it just feels weird having a +1 day, right? Like, +1 is like 3 stars, maybe. +2, maybe I need to figure out some kind of like star to number thing, or I'll just get rid of the stars altogether, or I'll just get rid of the ranking. I don't know yet. It's the first week, and yeah, you kind of look at what works and what doesn't work, right? Okay. Oh, this is fun. So in the midst of not being able to move, I had to drive to a doctor's appointment because I thought I had some kind of crazy wart situation, but it turns out it's something called a digital mucus cyst that a hand surgeon will have to remove. And I covered up because 1, it's kind of gross looking to me, and 2, it's raised up enough that I keep hitting it on things, and it ends up getting really irritated and hurts bad. So if I keep it covered up, then I don't, when I put my hands in my pockets and stuff, I don't hit it. And then it was 1 year of my YouTube. I did good about writing what I ate, and I noticed I totally skipped lunch 2 days. What are you going to do? I was pretty good about my times. I decided to put in brackets the times when I wake up in the middle of the night. And so what I do is when I wake up, if it's I rolled over and I'm awake, I don't record that. But if it's like significant or whatever, I just take a screenshot on my phone really quick. And then I come back in the morning and I put the numbers down so I don't have to write things down or get out of bed. Less pain. That's cool. I got so much mail this day. About 50% better here. And then I put the little fireworks here because that's when the majority of the fireworks went off. New Year's Eve. And then I put to the death of 2025. And I do this thing where I think I also put this on Instagram as well. And I'll show you the page. But I put my entire Apple Music on shuffle around 11 o'clock. And then I just let it play really quiet. And then as it gets close to midnight, I check it. And this year was another song by Stray Kids called Falling Up, which I thought was really cool. It was a good song. And then I put my little music stamp here, and it's crooked, but I'm trying not to get obsessed about that. It's just falling off. Steve, the outside stray that I feed, he kind of broke into the house and hung out for 3 hours. So, 1, I was really glad that he wasn't freaked out about the fireworks because he was inside, and my cats were a little freaked out, but he was just so sweet and mellow. So I really liked the stamp too. I was like, what a perfect stamp for a cat breaking in. I did 2026 journal things and catch up. I made sure I had my black eyed peas. And I cleaned pens. I did so good. I cleaned so many pens. And then I spent money. And I did the de-stash. I actually did it all here, but I moved it as I didn't really continue it there. I thought I was going to. And then, oh, you know what? I did finish this one. Look at that. Boom. Yeah. I just blanked. I spent a lot of Friday working on my money situation because it occurred to me not too long ago that I'm not the youngest thing anymore, and I don't really have the best retirement savings plan. And so I was working with a financial advisor who has you guys don't need to know this. Anyway, I have one because of a previous job. And so I worked on figuring out changes and accounts to open and whatever. So that was a big chunk of that day. And then I got the D-stash all organized and ready for pricing. We went to the K-Pop Nation pop-up, which was small, fun, but could have used a little bit more air conditioning because it was a kind of smaller room. And I spent way too much money, but I got 2 things I really wanted that I didn't think I was going to be able to get. And then a couple other things that were just kind of really cool to have. And then we have the U.S. and Venezuela thing. I don't want to write about it. I don't want to talk about it, but I wanted to make note that that is something that happened. And then I got a new pen, and I'm really excited about this one. This is an Aurora, is been one of my, I don't want to call it a grail pen because I've never written with it, but it's been one of those pens that I've always wanted to attain. And Atlas Stationers had a really incredible sale. It was half off. So I got it in. It's also got this really cool specialized nib, which I think is called Gocha nib. It's kind of like a Sailor Zoom, they say. And so I'll be recording a video on that soon-ish. It's kind of funny because I opened it, looked at it, and said, I don't have any color that matches this thing. But then I dug around in my samples, and I found Sailor's Manuo Haha, and I was like, oh man, I've never been able to use this one because all of my like pins, they don't write with it well. In this one, you, depending on how you hold it, like this, or like this, you have varying widths. So I think it'd be fun. Plus the inks that I did have for it, I already have a pen inked with that color. What are you going to do? Anyway, I planned on vegging with the TV on Sunday because ever since Christmas PTO, which I had the day after Christmas off and the day after New Year's off, I just wanted one day where I could veg out and finish Dynamite Kiss because I started that show and really loved it. And then I was like, stop. You want to have a complete veg out day with this show? So I've been waiting for it to finish. And so I did. I finished it. It was really good. And then my ink journal leather binder thing showed up. BTS announced their dates. And I feel like there was 1 or 2 things here, but I sort of ran out of room. Which is kind of leading me to maybe doing something else with maybe the sleep and wake times or the meal. No, I kind of want to keep the meals, but maybe different thing with the sleep and the wakes. I'm going to keep it this way for now, but I might be doing something a little different with those. Stray Kids. So this is how that ended up looking. Kind of proud of the little header I made. It was from a bag from a vendor who sent some, I think a Paper Mouse sent this bag. Little craft place? I think it was Paper Mouse. And so I just printed this out, and I actually printed this on sticker paper, matte sticker paper, because I didn't want to have to deal with it. So that ended up looking really cool. Yeah, I like it. Did I do anything different? Did I add anything else new here? Oh, I made a washi graveyard because I saw Helen do this in the back of her book, and I thought that was kind of a cute idea to just all the little pieces, you put them back here. So I did that, although my page is getting kind of messed up. I added things to my wish list. I put in another Esterbrook pen with a mini stub, and then another Sailor Pro Gear normal size, but with a medium nib. Yeah, okay. And then my dailies, those have been kind of fun because I just kind of went ham. I'm trying not to show here we go. I'll move this guy now since the week's changing. But, I don't know how I'm going to get away with not showing that, but here you go. So it's really kind of fun to decide that you're going to do vertical or horizontal. So that's what I did. And then the other really cool thing about this is that you can write on the back of your page because I'm not doing front and back. So I just kind of carried on over. Yeah. Better but not okay. Oh, I got these really cool Pentel pens. They're Energel Kuro, and I don't know if this is going to translate really well in this here, but they're tones of black. So this is red, this is like a blue, this is a green, that's gray, and then real black. So I want to use those for somewhere, but I don't know where yet. And then these were just some little letter thingies that I got. And then New Year's Eve, I like using black and this Star Spattered Hill together. They look so pretty. Oh, there's where Steve, he broke in. So that's another print. Well, come on in. And then this was kind of interesting because this is Chocolate Strawberry, I think, by Kobe. And the pen I had it in originally, you have to kind of ignore the bleed through right here. But the pen I had it in originally was just too thin, and you weren't catching really any of the, oh my God, what's the word? You weren't really catching any of the shading. So I put it in a different pen, and it worked well for a little while, but it ran out real quick because I just I didn't want to waste what was in this pen, so I took it out and put it in the other one. Stop the presses. I clean my pens. And then, oh, this was the fun. So this is kind of fun. I gave ChatGPT 2 prompts. This one I came up with, well, I saw it on Reddit. And then this one, a coworker and friend gave to me. So this one was, considering everything you know about me, create an image of what animal I would be and explain your reasoning. So I got this really cute cat with like a fountain pen. It's so cute. And then his was, create an image of me as a fantasy character, pick the race, class, armor, accessories based off what you know of me. And so this one's actually really cool too, with the owl and everything. And then they named it, and where the names came from. And it's like a wayfarer bard of the twilight, Greenwood, keeper of lantern paths and silence. I was like, well, this is so fancy. So I made sure to do a whole page of that. My logo by kickoff was not so great. And then this is what I was talking about. The pen kind of pooped the bed a little bit. It's just kind of, so I washed that pen. I think we're done with it. And then I got back to the D-stash work, which this ink is that snow globe from Dynamite Snow Globe from last year. And it writes really well. And I have it in a platinum preppy, but you can't ever see the shimmer really, which is kind of weird. All right, so then we did K-pop things, and then I also got K-pop Happy Mail from RZR Designs. I actually put this on Threads, and it got over like 100 likes, so that felt weird, but very cool. And I also met a Stray Kids fan who lives on my side of town through all of this, which is really cool. That was I don't want to write about this. Okay, and then Sunday, I thought was a kind of cool color situation. So finally my binge watch morning I had. And then that was kind of it. And then I'm ready to set up my upcoming week right here. I do have these really tiny washi stickers that are numbers 1 through, I don't know, 397. But I've been using these as page numbers. I don't know if you saw that. They're really tiny in the corner. So I've been putting those on there. Yeah. Okay. Great. Good job. So hopefully that was interesting to you. I keep hitting my desk, which bounces the camera. Sorry. I am going to, so I want to keep it winter themed, and I think the one that I'm going to go with is these, because when I was running errands last night, going to get groceries and stuff, the sky, I live in Florida, it doesn't snow, but the sky looked like this, and it was super, super pretty. So it made me think of this PET tape. So I think I'm going to do that. It's kind of an awkward one though, because what do you put with this when you put it down? So I do have this washi tape, which might look kind of cool. And then I also have this checkered one. I don't know how I feel about it, but maybe. And then maybe I'll just tear and do these two. I don't know. We're going to see. Okay, so I am going to flip this into music mode, and I'm going to go and set up the week, and then I will set up my pages, and maybe I'll do a final flip through at the end and say goodbye. If you don't stay till the end, I hope you liked what you saw so far, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Thanks for stopping by, and if you're sticking with me, I'll see you in just a second. Okay. That was long, but we did it. So I got frustrated almost immediately. So I will have to make changes next week. I do like the way I did this. So that's retinol, mask, gentle exfoliant, retinol, scrub, mask. That's cool. I like the way I did this. I like the way I did this. These dates, if you're a BTS fan, they're a little bit off, but they're because they're Eastern dates. And then, yeah, the dots frustrated me because they were too light. This was too dark. And I remembered that I had meant to make it colored ink and not dot wise. So whatever, we'll have to figure that out later. Other than that, okay, I need to learn how to scoot this to-do up so it only takes up one little row versus two, because that's a space-saving thing. And also I noticed, because I changed the width here, that this stuff changed as well. But the good thing is that every time you do something, you learn a little bit more about what you like or you don't like. So every week it'll get a little bit better, and then I'll find something I absolutely do love. I do like the way that I changed these to gray. That way they kind of blend in more. I don't know what color ink I'm going to use that I have inked up right now for this, for the writing part of it. But yeah, okay, so this one was also fairly frustrating for me because I didn't like any of the washi tape that I had. And I don't particularly like the way these came out, but once they get writing on them, it'll all be better. So this was the 5th and then the 6th. I thought maybe if I split them up, they would look better. Not so much. This one looks kind of cool. I actually kind of like this one, the 7. Again, this one, this washi tape, I think I probably should have used this washi tape the whole time. And then this one is upside down, and that annoys the crap out of me. What are you going to do? And then this one, I thought that the lines were going to be on the outside part of it. And it's kind of the wrong color, but that's okay as well. And this one, I got this washi tape not too long ago. I got several of these, and I didn't realize that they were spliced, and they're all spliced in weird ways. So you saw this one was about this long, and then you had a tiny one, and then you had about a middle-sized one. And so it's kind of like hit or miss when you pull them off. So I thought I would try it with the last one, mainly because it said this moment. Yeah, and then I updated my washi guy back here with these two because I didn't mess up any of the purple. All right, all good to go for next week. If you hung out with me through the music, hopefully past future, the editing Heather, kind of clip some stuff out, or else it's going to be super long. All right, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.